Hey guys, Ramblin Bob here again. I love this YouTube thing. Okay, so I got a message from a subscriber and a question. And you know what? All the darn tests I run on the EB3000 and the E2000LFP, there's one test that I didn't even think of. Holy cow, it completely slipped my mind because I forgot you can use these boxes as standalone units. You can use them all by themselves. So the question is from NAV1, NAV1. Thank you very much for the question too, because that's the whole point of this YouTube thing is I don't have all the answers. I have questions too, and I have questions I didn't even know I had, and this is one of them. So this is awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it. His question is basically, can you use these ports and this inverter while charging at the same time? I didn't even think of that. I completely slipped my mind because since I have the whole system, I never thought of using these by themselves. But yes, these are standalone units. I totally forgot. You can literally buy just one of these things, hook it to a 400-watt solar or even a 1,000-watt solar. It can only take in 400, and that way you have over paneling if you wanted to. That way on shady days you got, hopefully still 400 powers coming or 400 watts coming in. But man, that was thanks, Nav1. That's a hell of a good question. All right, we're gonna test it, guys. I don't know the answer to this, so if we start a fire, I got the fire extinguisher, to boldly go where no man has gone before. But make sure you bring a fire extinguisher, because I don't know. Who knows what could happen. Okay, so my testing things is I have a 120 volt cable from the wall. Okay, we need that, and I put it on extension cable because I'm still rebuilding my shop and everything is way on the other side of the room. So until we run all the the bits and pieces, I just have literally like a little work table thing in the corner, and then I'm using that for now. But I didn't even know I was going to do this YouTube thing. But I'm excited about this test, guys. I hope you are too. Okay, so 120, I think it's 120, should be 120. Let's see what it is here. Let's go to the voltage here. Yep, see 120, I hope you guys can see that. 120. Boy, that's dang right on the button, isn't it? That's some pretty solid. That's a pretty solid. Oh, 119.9. See? Oh, 120. Oh, I see. That's a pretty solid voltage, man. Usually, you see like 118, 117, 116. This is a 50-foot cable, so electric cord, 15 amps. So usually when you run that far, that voltage drops. So this at the source is probably, I know this is irrelevant, but I want to put all the, the bits of information out there. That's probably 121 at the post of where it's coming out over at the source. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and turn on the DC inverter. So now I guarantee you probably can't see that. That DC inverter right there is on, even though it's tiny. What we're going to do is we're going to put, this is the XT60 to the barrel and the cigarette lighter adapter that PECRON gives you in the system. Hopefully you can see that good. Those are the 3 ports, okay? So the XT60 is on the left side. See that little guy? All us old kids in the RC world know exactly what an XT60 is, okay? So that's basically an adapter, so you can go from the battery and get up to that 30 amps out. 30 amps at 12 volts. That's fantastic. Boy, that's fantastic. All right, so we'll put this, let's put this over here. I don't really have a good place to put it. Sorry, guys, I just don't really have I wish I had a good place to put it. Let me see if I can prop this up somehow. What we're going to do is we're going to try to put, let's see. All right, here I got a case. All right, okay, so now it's kind of propped up. So now you can definitely see it. Okay, it's better. It's 120.1. That's some pretty solid voltage coming out of there. Okay, so we have this, and then on the other side we have the USB power draw. That's the C, or in the middle, and then USB A. So what we're going to do is we're going to overload the hell out of these ports. I'm going to put an adapter. This is a Y adapter. This does not come with the PECRON. You got to buy this. It's a couple bucks. Basically, it's a USB splitter. So you go from one, so you got 2. That way you can have like a reading light and a small fan, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. A reading light and a small fan. So that's going to go in this port. Okay. So now we know that that's in there. Hopefully that'll stay there. It's going to turn into spaghettis. I know it's spaghetti wires here. Okay, I'm just trying to keep them separate here. I want you guys to see this in real time. And then also, this middle one, I'm recording on a GoPro 7 Black. Those are nice cameras if you ever wanted to get one. So give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. I want to get another cable here. I should have had this ready, and I do apologize. Let's see. Okay, so here, this is a, see, everyone who knows me know I list everything, because who the heck knows what cables these are. This is a USB-C to USB-C. It's 100 watts, a special cable. If you ever have power draws that are 100 watts, you have to have a special cable, otherwise it doesn't work. Something about how the wiring is, but they sure look the same. I'll tell you what, you can mistake them with anything, a USB-C and a USB-C, and you put a 100 watt cable next to a 65 watt cable, and they damn look the same, I'll tell you what. Okay, so we're going to put that into the middle. That way all the ports are maxed out, and then what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to do charging into, I gotta find a brick here. Let's see, that's not, this isn't, oh, you know what I can do? I can go straight into my GoPro camera. There you go, that's a good idea. I didn't have anything to charge. Oh, wait, you know what? Silly me. Okay, I have a cell phone. A cell phone with the USB-C. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if she'll turn on. Usually it takes a second for phones, I believe. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's full? Hold on a second here. Okay. This is an old phone. I use these phones for my drones. I like to buy one old cheap phone for my drones, and that way you have a standalone camera just for your drones and a standalone camera just for filming and stuff like that. Oh, that's a T-Mobile. I bought this on I think eBay for like 20 bucks. You know, you can't go wrong with 20 bucks. You got a phone. I just don't use it as a phone. I use it as a flight. You know, where you hook your drone up and you fly it. A central command, if you will. Okay, it says it's charging. Let's see. Hold on here if I can. It says it's charging, but let me see if this one doesn't have a good charging screen. Yeah, maybe it doesn't show. Let me grab another phone here. Yeah, there's no charging screen on this thing. Okay, so that's how old that phone is. It's older than a dog here. Let me grab another one. Guys, I sure am sorry about this. I should have had all this ready for you. Sometimes it's like live reviews. Sometimes you have an idea and you got to go find it real quick. And I don't like to pause stuff. I like to go straight through. Okay, see, there we go. All right, sorry about all that wait, guys. See that charging? All right, so this old phone, not good. I use these for drones, like I said. They're not even telephones. So there, see, 99%. Now, I know that this is almost full, but obviously it'll still say that turbo power. That turbo power means that port is putting out some good voltage, up to 20 volts at 5 amps. So what we'll do is we'll unplug this. I'll turn the phone on. Okay. Wait for that. All right, so we got everything. While that's starting, I have this. This is a USB fan, okay? There's a reason I got all this stuff. I wanted to have as much draw in the system as I can, not power-wise, but all the ports-wise. So I'm going to plug that in one of these USB that I split off here. Now, I know this video is going to be confusing for folks that are new at this, so I do apologize for that. Let's see here. That's good, okay. Hopefully you can see that it's obviously working. I don't have that little cat toy. My cat grabbed it and ran away with it, so I really don't have anything that kind of can prove that it's on, other than here's a couple good old-fashioned pieces of paper towel. As you see, hopefully that's good enough, guys. Hopefully you trust me enough here. You can see it spinning. Okay, I know that's hard as heck to see on camera. Okay, and then you got this is on, okay, and then we're going to charge that. All right, and then you have, let's see, now this is a reading light. That's that camping little thing. I did a review on this. This is guys, pick this up. This is really really handy. You can fix your car with this, with something as simple as like a power brick, and it'll last like forever. Is like, wow, you know, it just seems that way. I never had to charge a power brick using this little dinky thing. You can go down to 1 watt. All right, so we're gonna put that here. This is gonna be hella busy, and I'm trying to get it all to fit. And then we're gonna go into this one. All right, and then I'll recap what we have running, and then I'm gonna charge the system to see if it can handle that, you know, pass through, kind of using it as it charges here. So now I know that's going to be bright as a dog, guys, and I'm going to stick this back here. Or you know what? It's got a dimmer. I think that should be okay. What do you guys think? Dimmer? Okay, so that's off, obviously, and that's on. You could definitely see that. So now we know that the fan is running. The light bulb's obviously working, right? And my phone is charging. So let me get it to the bigger screen here. That'll turn on again. So we know that the phone is charging, the light bulb is on, the fan's running, and this part. Now I don't have this one. I can't find anything around the house. The barrel, I haven't used barrels in years, so that's the only one I can't test. However, since this is on the same run, this cigarette lighter, obviously you have to draw power from either one of those. Now I use this. This is awesome for your car. And notice it's 13.2, so that's a regulated port. That's a good thing. It's not, it doesn't change over time. This is a really cool. If I could find this, I'm going to make a review on this because this is a hell of a good product. It's a basic little car charger. It's not the fastest. It's like 18 watts. USB-Cs, I'm sorry, A's. But notice, see that? It's got the temperature. That's really cool because, well, I don't want to do a review on that, but I'm going to do a review on that later. Okay, so we know that this is on, okay? We know that the fan is on. We know that the light is on. And we know that the battery is charging, 99%. And you got the little thing and the turbo power, which means it's definitely getting more than the traditional charging. All right, so we got 4 damn things on here. I don't know how I'm going to get this all on this TV program thing here. All right. Let me see if I can just... All right. All right, can you guys see all that? Let me move it closer here. You got your car charger, that's from the cigarette port, and then you have your fan, the light, and the phone. Holy crap! So other than that barrel, which, like I said, I don't have anything that uses a barrel. That's kind of an old thing. I don't know. I just kind of outgrew it. I don't really have anything I can put there. So now here's the big question: can you run this with the inverter on and charge it at the same time? So now we have that. We're gonna plug this old guy here. This is the PECRON charger. I'm gonna have to back it up to make more room here. Boy, I can't wait to have a bigger shop, I'll tell you what. We're gonna plug this up in here. First, we're gonna go back to the watts because that's what you need. Otherwise, it ain't gonna be worth a damn. Okay, so that's plugged in. You can see, hopefully you can see that, guys. It's drawing energy because PECRON, this device is a AMPERE device, but it does work. Okay, so let me turn it this way. Boy, this is gonna be a spaghetti string. But I sure appreciate you guys for coming up with these questions because, like I said, this is a question I had. I didn't even know I had. So this perfect, and I know a lot of people out there, you know, they might use this as a standalone. Who knows? I probably won't, but in an emergency situation, you never know. Okay, so the inverter's on. It's hard to see that. Obviously, it's on because all the stuff's on. And then here's your charger. It's green. Hopefully, you can see that. Let me prop it up just a tad bit here. Okay. Hopefully, you can see that green. We're pulling 7.5 from the wall. That's the charger. I'm going to put this guy now. This is the 5-pin aviation port into the battery, the EB3000 here. All right, and let's start a fire. Here we go. All right, now obviously it takes a second to talk to the MPPT controller and the BMS inside there, and then we'll see what it does here. So oh, see, look at that. Okay, so it's turning red. You can see what we're pulling now. Now this is a 600 watt AC charger. This would simulate solar, but it's really late at night, and I just got this question. Well, it's not really late, but it's too late for solar. Now notice we're pulling about 440 about 440 watts, which is correct for this model because this model can only soak up to 400 watts. Now you might ask yourself, well, you know, why does it say 450? Anytime that you convert energy to energy, there's a conversion loss. That's part of the game, guys. You can't, you know, create energy out of nowhere. It costs money to make money, kind of thing. It takes energy to make energy. So we're losing about 40 watts off the charger. That's normal. But notice, guys, everything. This is still 13.2 volts, so that's very solid. The fan is still on. I have this little thing. It's kind of there. You can kind of see it. See? This is a bad test, I know, because it's hard to see on camera. But well, I sure don't have that cat toy. My cat found her toy, so there. That's kind of sideways here. But you could definitely hear it. And well, I wish I had something to put in there. I surely don't. Okay, well, you can trust me. It's on. It's on. Maybe the hairs on my arms, my grizzly arms. All right, that doesn't even move. All right, but anyway, so this is on. This is on. Okay, the light is still on, which I'll do that button now, just to make sure that we have off and on. As you can see, I can go brighter. I can change the styles of the lights. That's my favorite there. That nice, almost like a computery room kind of thing. All right, so let's turn that back down and put it to the one you can see the best. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, that's a warm light. Okay, so, wow, it worked. I didn't need the fire extinguisher, guys. We're pulling, as a recap, we have, oh, and the phone, let's see, make sure all the ports, see that, 100%? But it says charging and the turbo power. When the turbo power is still on, that means it's finalizing. So it's not getting that super power, but being at 100, it's doing that, you know, that baseball stadium where you're trying to find a seat, there's only a couple left. That's what them batteries are doing inside there. They're trying to balance. All right, so the phone's on. That's out of the 100-watt power delivery port. The light's on. That's coming out of the Y, the splitter of the USB-A. The other USB-A is going to the fan, which is on. Here, let me see. There, you guys can see that. Okay, there you go. I want to make sure you can see everything. You know, this is at $1,500. I want to make sure that you know everything you can about it before or after. You know, you already bought it. Hopefully before. And then obviously this is still running at a regulator output. And then 440 watts, almost 436. You know, it bounces around a little bit because you know, you're converting big energy from this to that. This is going in at you know, I don't even know. I think that's going in at 40. I'm assuming like 40 volts. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can. Oh no, I can't test it. Darn, I'd have to get a DC meter, which I don't have an adapter from the aviation, the 5-pin to my meter. So, okay, well, whatever it's going in as, it's anywhere between 12 and I think 45, because I think these are 45. Let's check the rating on these bad boys. Let's see here. This is, yeah, see here, 42 at 15 amps. So this is going in at approximately, you know, anywhere between 35 and 42, you know, give or take. So it definitely can soak up the sun up to this level. I haven't tried it any higher because my panels are not seriesed in that high of a voltage. I prefer, and I know a lot of people would disagree with me, I prefer lower voltage. I like to keep my solar panels seriesed under 48 volts. Yes, I do lose a lot of power that way, and you lose your transmission power. However, under 48 volts is much safer than above 48 volts. So with the voltage over 48 volt DC, and it could break the surface of your skin. So if you got a shock from a system, you could stop your heart. Now, is it possible? Yes, absolutely. People have done it. Is it probable? Probably not. But you know, better safe than sorry. When you mess with this stuff until you really know what you're doing, man, stay lower in the voltage. It's just safer. You know, if you pump this up to 95 volts and you were to pull that MC4 plug apart or the Anderson, and all of a sudden you get a shock on your finger because you forgot to turn off that power source, it could hurt you. You know, possibly kill you. It could stop your heart. So all you need is one little jolt. It only takes one little jolt to stop, you know, the old ticker. You know what I mean? So we don't want to stop the old ticker. All right, so super duper recap. 430 watts. It's running solid. It didn't charged. Obviously the lights on the other side are flashing. I have no way to show you that because these batteries are backwards. I really wish, and I understand why they couldn't, it would be really cool to have all the ports on one side. It would be cluttered, but boy, I like that, because then you can, you know, film stuff like this and be able to see it all on one side. So this is definitely charging, obviously, because you have the green, the orange, the red light, sorry. The proof is in the pudding over here, and all the stuff is still running. So what I'll do is to one last kind of proof is in the pudding is I'm going to unplug the charger, okay? Now notice the charger turned green and everything is still running. The charger now turned off. This is the cable for it. I think other than turning it back on, that's everything I can do as a test. Boy, I want to test everything about this thing for you guys. I don't want you to waste your money. And if you know this product's not right for you, then it's not right for you. I mean, you know, who am I to tell you what to buy? So you can see it turned on again. I think if you guys want to leave a comment in the comment section, I don't know what else I can plug into this. As you can see, it's damn spaghetti wires down here, and it's all running. So if you were to have this, you know, camping or in your van or your RV there, or even in a tent, if you just had it laying in the tent on the floor, it's a pretty safe little box. And then you got your aviation going to a solar panel, and you know it's soaking up energy while you go out fishing. And then you come back and you can use your reader light, your fan, your laptop, you know, because this, remember, it's 100 watt out. So if you got one of them iMacs and that's USB-C, you plug that sucker right in there. Or you can do something like one of these. Now this is a very cheap, very cheap one. This is one of the first ones I ever bought. I just never threw it away. It's kind of like memories kind of thing. This is a Chicago Electric. Don't buy this. It's a modified sine wave, which means it has that square like that. When you look at it on a screen, not the sine wave where it's nice valleys and peaks. This is a box. That's, you know, like exact shape of this box. This is I hate to be too hard on any product. This is junk, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like to bash any product, but I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel, because I think that's fair. This is good in a pinch, and you can run these two into that cigarette lighter there, you know, with the little adapter. So you could power everything, you know, that you need. I think this is 200 watt. I don't think it puts out 200 watt. If you'll be lucky if you get 100.5 out of there, or maybe even 100. But I couldn't throw it away. You know, I had it for so long. So that, guys, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, if you thought I hit all the bases, hit the like. I think this would really help somebody, because this is a test that, boy, I never thought of doing, because I got the whole system. I thought, what am I going to do with the battery? Emergency situation. I didn't even think about it. So we're going to unplug everything one at a time to make sure there's no spikes. We're going to pull the power for the charger. Let's get this out of here. So that's green again. Okay, it's off. We're going to pull that aviation port out of there. Okay, that's done. Okay. We're going to pull, obviously, this from the voltmeter. So we're not drawing any watts, so that was obviously the source of where I got the power from. I wish I could have done this on solar, but Nav1, you asked me so late, I wish the sun was still out. So, let's see here. It's still live. See, 119.8. See, that's what I expect when you run 50 feet, is a little bit of drop. But look at that. That's not bad. That's a solid, after a 50-foot run, to, you know, keep it 120 volts and up. Yes, please. I'll take that. That's very good for sound equipment, is to keep that voltage high. You know, if you drop in that, you know, 107, 108, 109 range, you know, you could potentially, you know, damage your stuff. Even though that it's designed to run like that, kinda, as a safety, you want to stay a minimum of, for me, I like to keep my voltage at least, you know, 119, 118 when you push heavy. All right, so let's do the phone. Okay, 100%. Turbo power is still on, so it's still balancing. Okay, we're going to unplug that. Gosh, I'm sure glad that you had this question. All right, so you got this guy. That's in the splitter here. Okay, so that's out. That's out. And then you have, I figure, you know, you take one out at a time, you can see if the system has any problems or jolts. This is the fan. Okay. Now you can hear, hopefully you can hear that out. So the fan's out. Oh, of course, I was just going to move the camera, and then the fan turned off. So it had the internal fans on because I was putting in 400 and I was taking out who knows how much. Not very much, but you know, every time you put a draw on a system, sometimes the electronics in there heat up. And then that's the last thing I have here, which is, look at how cool it looks on camera. Wow, that frame rate, guys, that's cool. You can always tell a cheap product like that, but this is a good product. It really works. Okay, and then that's the last one. That's the XT60 plug. And then you close that up, and then, let's see. You have the inverter, the fan's off. Okay, and we're back. So the GoPro was really low, and I unplugged it to plug it in here, and I forgot to plug it back in. And of course, like every test, the GoPro died on me, so it's a backup. But we got the whole test in before that battery died. I got to plug in everything and check everything. I turned this off just now so you can see it's a continuation. No camera trickery here. All the tests are run before the GoPro died, and I apologize about that, guys. All right, so I guess that's it. That's the PECRON EB3000. Don't let that little box fool you. That's almost 60 pounds. So if you can't carry 60 pounds, have a backup plan. They sell those little, you know, those little trolleys, but this does not fit in the trolley, I'm pretty sure. The main unit fits in the trolley, and then you put this on the top. If you just want to roll this around, this is what I recommend. I recommend, I got this at, you know, you buy a lot of stuff at the Harbor Freight because if money's ever tight or you just want something quick, you always end up at Harbor Freight. Kind of like how I used to end up at Radio Shack back in the days. This was like 10 bucks. It looks obviously way bigger on camera than it really is. As you can see the size compared to the battery. Here, I'll put it. It is literally absolutely perfect for the size of that battery. So if you want to have something to, you know, have it to set on, that product right there, there's nothing better that I found for 10 bucks. I mean, you cannot go wrong for 10 bucks. And then you can put both batteries on there. As you see when you put it on there, you see how absolutely perfect it is? Like the length and the width is like this when it's perfect. And I don't know if you can see that, but look at that, it's completely flush. So that's something, guys, if you don't have anything to roll these around on, like, guys, 10 bucks. I mean, these caster wheels will cost you, you know, $3, $4, $5 a piece at Harbor Freight or Handy Andy or Lowe's, Menards, or wherever you get your tool stuff from. But you know, you got, you know, 4, 4, 4, and 4, or even at $3 a piece. It's $12 just for the casters. Now you got the wood, and you guys know how wood is. I mean, you could buy a house for the cost of a 2x4 now, it seems. And then you got the carpet on top of that, which is like almost like an outdoor carpet. It's literally the same stuff I got on the wall. But this is already done. It's by Franklin. That's something to check out, guys. All right, well, I think I did every test that I could possibly conceive of. If I missed something, please put it in the comment section, and you know, I'll run this sucker again. I'll do all the tests again. This is a new hobby for me, guys, and it's helping a lot of people, I hope so. All right, well, Ramblin Bob, I hope I did good this one. Don't forget to become a subscriber. We got a whole family starting here. It's like we're building a community where, just like Nav1, thank you. Thumbs up, man. This question was awesome because I didn't think of it. All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Ramblin Bob, I'm out. Okay, one last piece of the puzzle here. So I'm charging at 1,101 of two chargers, this one and this one, both 600-watt chargers. Now I hooked the whole system back up. Notice that this just got synced. Notice that they're charging green and green. It was just red a second ago because remember I used this one for the test. So I pulled a little, just a tad bit, or added a tad bit to one. I don't remember which one I used, but charging it, and obviously you saw how fast it synced back up. So now your system is up and running, both synced, both green, cables all the way in, and then 1100 watts in, and then we have, now here's the big question, again, after about a 30 or 40 minute video. Sorry guys, that's my rambling. Okay, so I have, boy, I sure hope you can see this, but right here, I know my hands are pasty here, All right, this is plugged into the USB. The inverters are on. Hopefully you can see that dot and that dot. I have the fan. Okay, now the fan is plugged into this portion, okay, the bottom battery, and then the top one is plugged in to, let's see if I can turn this down, that's brighter than a dog. This is plugged into the top, so we have this one here, which is this thing. Let me pull this one here. Spaghetti wires again. There you go. You have the inverters on. Obviously I'm using it. And the inverter's on. And obviously I'm using it. So I can confirm 100%, at least to my testing, that while this main system is pulling in 1100 watts, which is that's a lot of wattage. The batteries are synced and charging again, and the light and the fan and okay, so all right, buddy, you got to get out of the way. Everybody, this is my cat. My cat really enjoys electronics as much as I do. Hey, say hi. Okay, say hi. Say hi. Okay. All right, well, this is an added part of the video I didn't expect to do. Hey, buddy. Okay. This is my tag team partner in life here for testing. All right, guys. Sorry for the interruption again, but Nav R1, I forgot the R before. Nav R1, thank you for the question. This is a really, really good video because I didn't even think about it, man. So, fantastic, fantastic. So it works and it's cat approved. Yep. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. Be safe out there. Okay. Bye.